Greetings everyone, welcome Chess Advanced, and this game is from World Chess Championship 1959. And yes, you guessed it right, this game is with the magician. With the white pieces we have Mikhail Tal, and with the black pieces we have Mikhail Botvinnik. I've shown all the games from the candidates tournament of Mikhail Tal and how he absolutely crushed everyone. I mean, aside from Paul Keres, he defended well, and he was able to get a positive score against Mikhail Tal, but he beat everyone. He got a chance to challenge Mikhail Botvinnik for the title, and here it is. And I'm going to be showing every game, so stay tuned. And I'm not going to keep you waiting for long, so without further ado, let's start with this game. And with the white pieces, Tal starts with e4, going for the king's pawn opening, e6, d4, and d5, going for the French defense, knight to c3, bishop to b4, and e5. Going for the advanced variation, we have c5 and just a3. There's no point in moving with the bishop back, so here just bishop captures, b captures, and you can see that Tal went for this variation a lot. Even in the candidates tournament, he's destroyed everyone with this variation. He's played against Vasily Smistov a lot of the times with this variation, Tigran Petrosian as well, and you could check out those games on my channel as well. But here just queen to c7, but now the move that Tal plays normally is queen to g4, or maybe this as well. But all of those would definitely be would have been studied by here Mikhail Botvinnik and his team, so he must be ready for it. But queen to g4, but now here immediate f5, and that f5 move is definitely not a good move. For white, it's an amazing move. I mean, you could go and pass on, but there is no point, because if you want to go there, then just knight captures, and you cannot capture because queen defends it, so there is no point in going for that. So he went just queen to g3, which is the absolute best move in this position, and here knight to e7, but just queen caps on g7. And here just rook to g8, attacking the queen caps on h7. So here you've just gobbled up 2 pawns, and what does black have to show for it? Well, in reality, absolutely nothing. Here just c caps on d4, and here you could do, I mean, you could play some moves here, but the best one is just king to d1, and that is exactly what Tal plays. And here bishop to d7, but now here queen to h5 check, and here knight to g6. Just not moving the king early on, because he might be interested in castling queenside, and get his those rooks to actually attack. Here just knight to e2, but here just d3. And now what are you going to do? If you capture here, then you could get in a lot of trouble here with this check. But that's exactly what Tal does. Tal just moves right into the trap, saying, you're just bluffing, you have nothing in this position. And he could be right. Here just c captures, bishop to a4 check, king to e1, and here just queen caps on e5. Looks like there's a lot of pressure against the white king, but there is absolutely nothing in this position, because here bishop to g5, knight to c6, and here just d4, asking the asking black, where are you going to put your queen? And here just queen back to c7, but here just h4. And now here e5, just trying to open up the center, because the king is still in the center, but just rook to h3. And now here queen to f7, but here just d captures, knight captures, we have rook to e3, just getting the rook very nicely aligned with this line against the black king. So king moves, because that was the only move, otherwise f4 would have won the piece. So here just rook to b1 was played, targeting that pawn. And there are two ways you can play this. Either you could go for b6, or you could go for the best move that is recommended by the engine, which is this bishop to c6. This bishop to c6 works only because of the fact that you'd be able to push those pawns, and create some pass pawns, maybe those sacrifice those pawns for some attack. And also this bishop is very beautiful on that diagonal where the rook is already pointing to. And here after a move like knight to f4, you'll see rook a to e8, and here after knight captures, rook to b4. Now you'll see that rook caps on e3, f captures, and just king to e6. Absolutely beautiful move, this king to e6, because those kings are facing each other, and even though bishop is slicing here, rook is doing there. White has nothing good in this position, which you can directly throw at black, and you can say that this game is over. But here just bishop to d3, but now just knight to e5. And here after queen to d1, both players have equal chances in this play. Mostly black is going to play something like this, put pressure on that bishop, also on this pawn. And whenever you check this, if the queen is not available, that pawn could be up for grabs. So that was the best that black had in this position. And when you think about that, you understand that it could be very, very difficult for black. b1 b6 was played, and now it just gives Tal bit too much, because here knight to f4, but now here just rook a to e8, rook to b4, but here just bishop to c6, and here queen to d1, but here knight captures, rook captures, knight to g6, attacking the rook to d4, and here rook captures on e3 with a check. But instead of this rook captures on e3, there was also a very devious move in this position, which was this very beautiful f4. And now here after queen to g4 check, king moves, bishop captures with a check. Now king has to move, king moves, and here bishop to e2. Now you know this check would come with a tempo, and here after knight captures on f4, you play this queen captures on f4, and here you could trade queens, but then you don't have an attack. So now I'm up 2 pawns in a completely winning endgame, and you cannot do anything about it. So here just queen to g6, but now just g3, and I'm keeping those pawns. Thank you very much. And here queen to b1 check, but now here rook to d1, attacking the queen, and there is absolutely nothing for black in this position. But wherever the queen moves, I'm going to push those pawns, and I'm going to have a fabulous game. So here he tried rook captures on e3 directly, but now f captures, and here king to c7, just getting the king out of the way, but just c4, trying and open up lines, and here d captures, and now you can see that this battery is very much operational. Once the bishop moves, you're gonna have very much threat along those lines, and queen along those horizons as well. But here now just bishop caps on c4, and now you can see that this is this is just looking very, very terrible. You're gonna get the rook, and here just king moves, bishop caps on g8. Now you were down 2 pawns. Now you've lost the exchange, and what do you have to show for it? Absolutely nothing. Queen caps on g8, but just h5, and it was on this move, on move 32, that Mikhail Botvinnik resigned the game, and Tal got this spectacular victory in just 32 moves. I mean, it's like a dream come true. The first game of World Chess Championship, and you get this spectacular victory in just 32 moves. I mean, what more could you ask for? So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with the entire series of all the games that they played. So stay tuned for the stay tuned in the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Thank you all.